So block check counter, we're using that shielding motion, okay? Whether it's on the right side or the left side. What that's gonna pay dividends to with all these techniques is learning how to have substance whenever you block check, right? It gives you the chance to look at what's gonna happen after that. Because remember that whether he punches going around or straight, that only happens if this block is strong enough. And it needs to be, in fact, even stronger so that I can maybe dictate how he's going to punch me, right? The only reason why I could do this throw into that hook is because this shield, impartial shield, is very strong, right? If I just did it like so, he would never let me check that hard, right? This kind of sets a tone here, like that. So on the first one, when I throw it, he throws that hook. I come overhook here, okay? And then for some of you that were having trouble, because sometimes it goes into the inverted arm bar, but you never want to be past the elbow because he's going to slip his arm out, okay? So if their arm is longer, you want to maintain the frame, but you want to go higher up to the shoulder. It's the shoulder that you're manipulating more. The elbow just helps them be a little bit more compliant because that's where it's sensitive, right? And then again, I'm turning with my body to crank it. And then from here, this is where I would step here and then I would throw him, right? I'm going to show you that throw later on, right? So that would be the first one. This time I'm going to check, and now I'm allowed to push because I'm trying to create the position. So when he goes more straight, I'm going to hack cross here. I'm going to push the first one if I overload it. I time it, sensitivity, I sweep the base, I stomp the knee, I run the Achilles if I'm being dangerous. Okay, but from there, when he's down there, you can do anything you want. Backpack onto him, go into more grappling, hit him on the back of his head, kick him, whatever you want. Okay? So I get to this one again. I push and he starts to retaliate. There's that sensitivity. Now it's really being tested. So I want to make sure you can't push me back. I base. And then when we have this constant back and forth, then I snatch it from him with a 2-on-1. Okay? So let's look at our options here. The first one is I'm holding this nice and tight. I'm going to expand my base by bringing it closer to him. So my left foot has to come in first, like a gallop step. And then my right foot can go across. I cross those feet here. And then if you want to finish it, right, I'm going to sweep you. Sweep the foot down here. Falls down. You want to keep that connection. So you can either go into knee on belly, full mount, side control, all those things. If you let go, then he's going to roll away. Okay? We do the same one here. I push, he's resisting. I go 2-on-1. If I can't get that one, so what happens sometimes is I go to take a step and then he steps with me and then his foot stays further away. So I attack this foot here. Okay, I break this a little bit more and I just walk this one back. Okay, and then if he doesn't fall there, then you can go for the first sweep again. So let's just say he's really, really tricky and both those two don't work. So I go right, left, I cut across here, I push, I get the 2-on-1, I try to step, he moves, I try to sweep, he steps over it, and his feet become very narrow here. I latch onto this, my foot's gonna come across here, and I'm gonna kick him, and he's gonna flip over. And that's where the third one is. Okay. So when you do block check counter, the basis of it in this drill like this, and you just roll it, is to understand that when I fire one back, I fire it better than him. We're not playing punch for punch. I'm checking to set up a position where this is gonna cause him to listen to me. It's gonna react to me, okay? Every time I do a block check counter extension, if he swings here, okay? I wanted to counter, I had to do the shield. But I'm not gonna be upset about it because the shield is gonna give me that overhook. Okay? And then from that overhook, I keep going, keep going, keep going. Let's say I do that overhook, but then his arm bends. Okay, then I have the inverted arm bar. Okay? So because I understand how to check, I'll always have another opportunity that my technique is presenting to me. It doesn't always have to be the same. I would like it to be, but I also want to practice sequences that help me explore into the variables like that. Okay? Again, if we go block check, we go to the narrow one, punch check. We come over here, again, that sensitivity. If he pushes back into me, I have all the 2-on-1s. If he goes that way, no problem, I can follow you, sweep this leg, right? And if I want to be very, very extra, if I sweep this leg like this, I can still get the 2-on-1. So when you practice that over and over and over again, you'll have the instinct to do what you practice on the mat, but then you'll have the freedom to jump to what you want now. And that's a very dangerous thing to be able to do. When I can ragdoll Ryan and decide to put him in a position that I want him to be in. Because now I have all the options. It's just, again, what I always tell you guys, you tell me how you want me to beat you. You want to give me this position and then I take it back? Okay, now you tell me you want me to sweep you this way, or this way. Because you can't stop it. You can't stop it as long as I'm one step ahead. It's when he's able to beat my position, when he's able to out-check me, or if my block fails. So that's why that block is so important. Everything we just did, doesn't matter if he punches and I block like this and then I get hit. Because I'm gonna go into recovery. And to be able to reconnect with someone on their terms, odds are it's a losing game. And to just reconnect in general, you're gonna come at me with something else. Maybe now he shoots for a single leg takedown. Maybe this time he pulls out a firearm or a weapon, and that's just another layer that I have to deal with now, right? So you try to keep that connection as much as possible. You try to create the environment that you can control, and then your instinct fills in the rest. That make sense? Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.